Camp Mystic backing down from plans to reopen this summer. The move comes after emotional testimony days ago at the state capitol.
Testimony from the family who owns the all-girls Christian camp revealed missed chances to evacuate campers, poor training, and a lack of planning. Several lawsuits have been filed against the camp after 25 campers and 2 counselors were killed in the floods last July.
Meantime, the Department of State Health Services and Texas Rangers are continuing their investigation into the camp. Tonight, KENS 5 reporter Zach Briggs looks into the decision with new reaction.
Here in Hunt, reminders remain from that catastrophic day. And across the Guadalupe River, you have Camp Mystic, which will not be reopening this summer. The owners said in part, no administrative process or summer season should move forward while families continue to grieve, while investigations continue, and while so many Texans still carry the pain of last July's tragedy.
Life has its challenges, some cruel, but fair.
Greg Adkins survived the chaos in Kerrville, his riverside home, going through renovations.
I'm very grateful.
Adkins supports the decision made by the Eastland family who run Camp Mystic.
I think it's probably fair that they pump the brakes a little bit.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has been one of the most outspoken critics of Camp Mystic. And after the announcement, he said in X, in part, given the tragic circumstances, this is the correct decision for Texas campers and to allow time for all investigations to be completed.
I think about the night of the flood every moment of every day.
Earlier this week in Austin, Edward Eastland apologized to the 27 families who lost loved ones in the tragedy.
We tried our hardest that night, and it wasn't enough to save your daughters. And the anger at us for not being able to keep them safe feels completely reasonable.
Scott Weldin is also rebuilding after almost not making it alongside his wife.
We got stuck in the hedgerow. Otherwise, we'd be down the river and drowned.
And Weldin longs for the day when Camp Mystic can reopen once again.
So Camp Mystic has a history of really helping out lots of little girls. And you know, at this point, though, probably the wounds are too fresh to continue.
Investigators revealed the camp failed to have an evacuation plan in place that's required by the state for flooding emergencies. Right now, it's unknown if Camp Mystic will decide to apply for a license to operate next year. Zach Briggs, KENS 5.